What is up, everyone? We are here once again with some Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. We're going to be taking a look at the new crossover Final Fantasy VII Rebirth event, the new event banner that is in place. We're going to look and we're going to determine whether this is worth pulling on or not. Remember, if you do like what you see, if you'd like to drop that like, comment, or subscribe if you're not already, that'd be absolutely amazing. And let's take a look at this. So first off, we have things for both Tifa and Red. Tifa has a weapon and outfit. Red has just an outfit. So that's kind of interesting. Especially considering Red has kind of gotten a shaft. So let's look at what we got going on here. So these are the guide gloves. Now I'm going to be comparing this to, because honestly it seems to be comparable in theory to the Zidane sword that we got in the Final Fantasy IX crossover event. So I want to kind of compare what's here, and a lot of people were salty about not pulling on that banner, not having those weapons. Well, is this a replacement for it? Let's find out. So, the guide gloves. So looking at, level 90. So in comparison to the Zidane sword, again, at level 90, first off, damage-wise, this is exactly the same. 650% physical non-elemental damage, single enemy, 10%. That is exactly the same. When we look at the stats, so Zidane's had a 234 for physical attack, 187 magic attack, and 144 for heal. So here you're getting slightly less physical attack, slightly less magic attack, but more heal. So there's that trade-off. When we look at the R abilities, the Zidane sword was, again, at level 90, just ability tier 1. Had AP attack of 24 and a boost physical ability potency. So those two stats are the same, the numbers are different. So this was 24, the bottom one was 9. So you're sacrificing a +8 to your physical attack, but gaining a +3 here. If you're maining this item, I mean, that right away puts you almost to level 3. If you're putting it as a secondary, you're automatically, you're still at level 2 regardless. So that's not too bad as support materia. So the Zidane sword had a boost P attack in both first and second slot. Here we have a boost P attack and then any attack boost for fire. So again, this is great for a fire run. And it had a triangle sigil, this has a cross sigil. So big difference here just being we get an attack boost for fire versus just a physical ability damage. Which again, in theory, if you're putting a fire element in there, you're getting a +10% more than it would have been if this was just a physical ability damage. And this works for both magic and physical fire. So interesting there. What happens if we look at OB6? So at OB6, this is exactly the same here. Stat-wise, we had for the Zidane sword 514, 411, 190. So again, slightly less here, slightly more in the heal. When we look over here, here's where I noticed the biggest change. So physical attack was 34, so losing 11 points there. The boost was 24, so we've gained 8 more here. So again, at 32, you're just shy of level 5 main-handing it. If you're off-handing it, you're at level 3. So not too shabby there. And then finally, if you are able to fully max this thing out, again, comparing these, so the Zidane sword was 561, 448, 201. So same deal here, slightly less on these two stats, slightly more here. The damage is exactly the same. Here's where this thing kind of shines a little bit. So P attack plus 27. It was 40 with the Zidane sword. This goes up to boost physical ability potency of 48. Zidane Sword was only 36. So again, main handing this thing, you're at level 6. Versus level 5 with the Zidane Sword. If you're offhanding it, you are 1 point shy of level 4. So, and again, this right here is an amazing stat. Like that, if you could fully boost this thing out, that's amazing. This is a very good weapon. Especially if you're somebody who mains Tifa. This is an amazing weapon. From what I'm looking at right here. This is tremendous right here. That boost physical ability potency. Especially if you're running her to do fire. I mean, that fire is going to be doing just, in theory, an insane amount of damage. Alright, so let's look at her outfit. And again, we're going to compare this to the Zidane outfit. Since the weapon was comparable to the Zidane sword, let's compare this to the Zidane outfit for Cloud. So the Zidane outfit had instead of boost HP, or boost physical attack, had a boost HP of plus 10. So we're substituting HP for physical attack. So getting more physical attack there. Again, when you compare that to back to the weapon, so that plus 10, when you're maxed, it would put you in theory at plus 37, whereas the Zidane sword would have been plus 40. So you're still right here at that level 5 if you have both those items. Something to consider there. I mean, you're losing out on the HP, but that's one thing. And the physical ability mastery boost of plus 10. So right there, you're getting the same thing there. So that should be the same. You can double check that really quickly here. It should have been, I think, this one. No, that's a mastery. So this would put you at a plus 15%. This does the same thing. But the downside is the other one totals in to your physical ability boost. This one will just be a straight plus 15%, so it doesn't matter what this does. So these two kind of don't work together because of that. It has its own separate boost. So that is something to consider. Let's take a look at Red's outfit, and we'll get back to the fact that by the time you get to Red's outfit, you will have, at minimum, 3 copies of the guide gloves. Well, 2 copies. So the Hellhound. So this was an interesting one. So new outfit for Red 13 here. Boosts his HP plus 10. Great. The Flame Frost Fangs. This is interesting. You're going to get a Fire and Ice resist of plus 20, as well as a Fire and Ice ability damage of plus 15%. That is not bad. Especially for those of you who, you know, Red's your guy, you've been trying to use him in more things. This, in theory, makes him a lot more versatile with some of that stuff. I don't hate that for Red. I wish we would have gotten a weapon for him. But thinking about Red's weapons here, let's just take a look at his real quick. Does he have fire and ice weapons? I don't think he does, or anything that like really focuses those things. Because that lowers thunder resist. Okay, he has a fire weapon here. Water weapon. but no ice. So that's an interesting outfit for him. So while just, again, skin deep, it's not bad. Like, if, you know, Sephiroth had that, that would be awesome. For Red, he doesn't have much to boost his fire. Or anything for ice. So I really don't know how I feel about that. Again, at first glance it seems awesome, but digging a little deeper, I don't know if his outfit's as worth it. If they had thrown a weapon in here for him that was like an ice resist down but did ice damage, or a bigger ice weapon, I might say that, yeah, that's worth it, but he's not really attuned in either of those elements. So, taking that into account, how do I feel about this now? Well, I was going to say that'd be awesome to get to page 2, you know, go for page 2 and pull this, because you're going to at least OB2 this thing. But now that I see Red's outfit and I truly think about what he's got, I don't know if it's worth going to page 2. Unless, again, you're a huge Red 13 fan. You want to main Red 13, you love Red 13 and want to use them, then I would say leave this on page 2 and go for page 2. If you're somebody who is not too big on Red, but you love Tifa, pull through page 1. Get her outfit. Definitely. But I'm torn about going this far. So my thoughts are this. So I mean, this thing isn't in until March 3rd. I'm assuming we're probably going to get another draw or 2. Because I'm assuming we're going to get a Sephiroth and Cloud draw. Like, I would be shocked if we don't. At least Sephiroth. Cloud's already got his already has a crossover. But Sephiroth is not. Or Sephiroth did have that crossover too. Never mind. Maybe they'll focus on some of the other characters like Barrett. And Yuffie? So that everybody has crossover stuff? But with the story focusing on Sephiroth and Cloud, I would think they would go there. I don't know. I kind of want to almost wait until we see what comes next. Only because for me, I don't main either Tifa or Red. So as good as Tifa's stuff is, I've already got the Zidane sword. It's just OB1. I've got the Zidane outfit, and that's kind of what this is basically doing. I don't have a need for the red one, especially, like I said, when I look back at that and I don't see that. So reds might be a little out of the question. Again, unless you really are just a huge fan of red, you know, go and pull there. My thoughts are this: if I pull on this banner, I'm pulling for Tifa's outfit. I think that's 100% worth it. The only, like I said, the only tantalizing thing here to get to reds is those 2 extra Tifa gloves. But for me, it's not worth Red's outfit. Plus, with what I've got, I can do 10 draws right now. For me to get this far, I would have to do what? Average a little over 2 stamps per draw. Not likely. Not likely. So, like I said, for me, the second page isn't worth it in its current setup. I'm not going to go for. I wouldn't go for reds because, like I said, I don't main them either. Tifa's again. If there is a crossover 2 draw, which I'm assuming there's gonna be, if it's not more tantalizing than this, then it would definitely go for the first page, get Tifa's outfit, 100% go for it. Again, if you mainline Tifa's your waifu, you use her and all your stuff, you 100% need to pull on this. Go for her outfit, get the guide gloves, try to get as many copies as you can in the time, because again, these items are going to be exclusive. Once this is done, once this crossover event's done, you can't pull these weapons again. You can use weapon parts to upgrade them. You will not be able, like the character-specific weapon parts, but you will not be able to get more of these regular weapon parts from duplicates, because these will only appear during the crossover. So again, if you mainline Tifa, 100% pull for this, go all the way for her first page. As tantalizing as this is, if you're not going to use Red 13, don't pull onto the second page. Don't pull onto the second page, unless, again, he's kind of a main guy for you. But yeah, her guide gloves, that's a solid weapon. You don't have the Zidane sword, or you didn't get it very high maxed. Like I said, mine's only OB1, which is part of the reason I kind of want to pull on this right now and not wait. But I do want to see what pops up next. Yeah, these gloves are amazing. And with a fully kitted out Tifa, this would do some great stuff. So that's kind of my thoughts on this. So again, am I going to pull on this banner? I want to wait and see what the second banner is going to be. Again, I'm assuming there's a second banner. There's probably going to be a third banner. I'm thinking just like the Final Fantasy IX crossover, there was the 3. But I want to wait and at least see the second banner. See what it provides, and if it's going to be any more worth it for me than this banner. So there we go. There's my thoughts. Leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on this banner? Are you going to pull on it? Are you going to wait and see what the next banner or 2 hold? Is this just a complete pass in general? And I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the Red 13 outfit? Like I said, at that first glance, seeing this fire and ice resist, fire and ice ability damage boost, I thought that was amazing until I looked at the weapons that he has. I don't know. Am I just... You think I'm wrong in that? And again, just let me know down below about how you feel about his outfit. So we're going to call that here. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, if you do like what you see, if you'd like to drop that like, comment, or subscribe if you're not already, that'd be absolutely amazing. Thank you guys again for watching, and we will see you in the next one.